Monday Night Raw took place last night from Dallas, Texas. The show opened up with Rhea Ripley being assaulted by Nia Jax, and that just pissed me off because I figured right there we're going to get another Nia Jax Rhea Ripley feud that we just had last year that culminated with Rhea beating Nia in her hometown, and we're going to get another renewal of this feud because Triple H loves pushing Nia Jax, and you can't just say, well, it's The Rock, it's The Rock. I used that excuse a long time ago as well, but I think the reason he wants to push Nia is because he sees that she's big and that Rhea is bigger than all the other women, so she thinks, well, Rhea looks small compared to her, not muscular, something else, but he sees that and he thinks, well, this can be a worthy challenge for Rhea. But when you see how the show went out, it makes sense why they went the route they decided to go to. So you have Jey Uso coming on. He's just an entrance. I hate his entrance, man. I'm starting to turn on Jey Uso, especially if he beats Gunther, which I'm afraid he's going to. I'm starting to turn on him. I'm just tired of his entrance. And what happens is they talk a lot about the commentary. It's Wade Barrett there instead of Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is too busy he was too busy covering the college football national championship game in Atlanta, so he can't be here for the less important duty of, only Monday Night Raw, the third episode on Netflix. I can see why Corey Graves is a little upset. Anyway, you have Barrett there, and they kind of reference Grave in a way. I'm not sure if people picked up on it. You have Cole dancing like a buffoon for Jey Uso. Gunther comes out, and him and Jey go back and forth. He just keeps belittling him, and then Jey hits him for what am I going to say? Jey tells him that only one of them main evented WrestleMania. That was his big own on Gunther, and I thought, well, maybe Gunther's main eventing this year with that, but probably not. They've gone to a fight, and Jey gets the upper hand. I just don't want Jey to win. I'm afraid he is. Yeah, New Day just shown walking backstage. They run into JBL, who's there for guest commentary. It was kind of, they get into an argument with JBL. JBL was a little annoyed with them for what they did with Big E, so JBL comes out later on the show. You have Bayley interviewed by Kathy Kelly. I'm just so tired of Bayley, man. I think I hate her gimmick. I hate her stupid half-shaven head, which makes her look so I just don't like her look. I don't like the way she looks. I missed old Bayley. I missed the one with the lady with the pigtails in her hair, with the great, with the Bayley buddies. I miss that. I miss that Bayley. That's the Bayley I want to see. I don't like this stupid gimmick anymore. She was good as a heel. She is just boring me to tears as a babyface. And the big reveal with Kathy Kelly is that Bayley is now on Raw. We all saw that coming. That makes perfect sense now why she lost Tiffany Stratton clean. I predicted that on SmackDown last week, so that does at least make sense. But Anonymous is here, jobbed out by Nia Jax once again, and she has a confrontation with her backstage. Kofi and Xavier there, they're not even in their New Day gear. Right when the New Day music hits, they yell to stop it. And it seems like they had such a great segment with Big E last December. It feels like it's already all worn off. It sort of felt like to me, it's like, it's kind of done now. But you have Rey Mysterio against Kofi Kingston. Rey is super popular here in Dallas. People like him. Rey gets the win, so it's just like, that's it for the New Day. Woods and Kofi attack them, then the LWO comes out. No one knows who their names are. No one remembers, and LWO knows Zelina. The fan just keep booing the New Day. So I mentioned Zelina Vega for a reason. I have an idea. How about you have to get Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez out of Judgment Day. They have to go. And Zelina Vega becomes the only female figure in Judgment Day. Liv and Raquel can go form a tag team on their own. Then you get Findo, and then you have a new leader of Judgment Day, or perhaps the first leader, Aleister Black. That reunites Aleister with his wife in the faction, and he becomes the new head of Judgment Day. How's that? Anyway, you go backstage. Gable's there, interviewed by Kathy Kelly. He's upset about his loss to Penta. And then he wants to motivate Ivy now and the Creed Brothers tonight. Sami Zayn's in the ring, and he speaks to. He says he spoke to Adam Pearce, and he's in the Royal Rumble match. And Kevin Owens comes out. There's a lot of tension right there. Sami's afraid Kevin's going to attack him because Cody associated with Roman, and Kevin attacked Cody. So Sami assumes Kevin's going to come after him, and Kevin's basically trying to drop an alliance with Sami. Basically, he's trying to do something with Sami where Sami helps Kevin beat Cody to win the title in the ladder match in Rumble, and then Kevin will help Sami win the Rumble, and it can set Kevin and Sami at WrestleMania. It kind of makes Kevin Owens a chicken shit heel and a badass heel in the same way, because the chicken shit heel is, well, he's trying to use Sami to help him win, but the badass heel is, I'm going to punish Sami for teaming with Roman at WrestleMania. So you can look at it both ways. They're setting that up, which that's not going to happen. I don't believe any chance that happens. Kevin leaves him there to let Sami think about it. Sheamus interviewed by Kathy Kelly backstage. He talks about how he won the title from John Cena for the first time, and I'm like, my views on Sheamus have changed tremendously. I used to hate him. He was my least favorite wrestler for years, especially when he had that mohawk. But now, last few years or so, he's earned my respect so much, man. The guy just puts on banger after banger, and he will win the IC title. You have Braun Breaker mocking him backstage. Sheamus shoves him. Sheamus is going to win this title. I don't think it's going to be now, but I think maybe WrestleMania is a better time for it. You have a graphic shown for Bob Uecker, who died age 90 years old last week. I like the fact that they keep tributing him. Andre choking him at WrestleMania 4 is just legendary. So you have Bayley come out. She's jobbed out by Nia Jax once again. Bayley loses to Nia Jax. You had Roxanne Perez in the front row, and why do they keep flying out this girl just to sit at Raw? Can they do something for her? Have her. I mean, I kind of feel bad that she's just being flown out every week, away from training, away from the performance, or just to sit in the front row, and then she's going to be back on NXT next week. And I'm sure her and Bayley will have another confrontation on NXT. That's how the last show ended. So, anyway, Nia just beats Bayley. Boring fucking match. He beats her again. How many times has Nia Jax beaten Bayley now? The last year? Actually, the last 6 months or so. That's a whole bunch of times. SummerSlam, and she beat her at Bad Blood, now on Raw. That's another time she'd spend her. After match, you have Ripley and Nia Jax in a pull-apart brawl. I just hate this. I just saw this last year. I don't want to see Nia Jax on my screen. I don't want to see Nia Jax on Raw. I don't want to see Nia Jax on SmackDown. I don't want to see Nia Jax in the WWE. I don't care who she's cousins with. I don't want to see her. She has go-away heat with me. When I see her, it pisses me off with Triple H. There's so much to like on him, but when he does, I'm just just fuck right off, Hunter. Seriously. Anyway, I don't give a fuck about this. I hate this. I hate not watching Nia Jax wrestle. I don't want to watch it. I just hope Rhea wins it. I think Rhea will probably win, but they could have Nia win, and Rhea wins it back at Chamber or something on Saturday's main event. That's the match next week. I don't know. Judgment Day, show in the locker room, Chad Gable. They're talking to Dom. And then you have Liv, and she talks to Dom, and they leave off together. And then the other three look on. Seth's walking backstage. Sami Zayn walks up to him, and he says, Rollins tells him that Sami and him, if they come in the Rumble, one of them's going to be thrown out. We see the two of them going back and forth. They're kind of supposed to be friends, and because they're friends, there's the guy who wants to break up all friendships, Karen Cross. He stares in the background. You had Pete down against Penta. Another solid matchup. The one thing I hate about this is the fact that Penta once again does a Mexican destroyer, that's what we're calling it now, in the match. I hate that move. I hate that it's used. I like Pete Williams, but I don't like that move is used as a setup move. It just, I hate it. It drives me nuts. But the match was fine. It was entertaining. Fans were really liking the chant, the Santo Diego chant, whatever it's called. The one thing I do kind of wish that was different here was the spot, and I kind of wish they would have done a little bit more to kind of build it up. But yeah, it's a second match. You're just going to get random matches with Penta. Thing is, if they keep doing this every week, I think people are going to get bored of it. Next, you had Logan Paul video package talking about how he wants to be, everyone should be jealous of him and stuff, just a heel video package. Then you had probably the coolest part of the night, or probably the most entertaining part of the night. CM Punk's only appearance on the show was with, his music hits, it looks like he's going to make a big entrance in the ring, but then he just stops around where the crowds are around the booth, and he's interviewed by Jackie Redmond. And there he goes off about the Rumble and how he's going to win it. He talks about throwing out people in the Rumble. He mentions a whole bunch of names like John Cena, and then he mentions Roman Reigns, and he talks about how Roman Reigns needed him to win. And then he somehow, out of nowhere, I could not believe he said this, he mentions Hulk Hogan, and this is not good for the Hulkster, guys. It's Dallas, Texas. This is not Los Angeles, California. In Dallas, Texas, you think this would be a place that would be more favorable to him because it's Texas, and also I should have mentioned this too. WWE had just brutal competition. They're going up against the national championship for college football. That's big, but also they're going up against media coverage of the inauguration of Donald Trump, which is also a big deal. So you have two big things for WWE to compete with. It's on Netflix. Don't hurt like if it was still on TV. But it's going to hurt viewership for this episode too. There's some people who just aren't going to be interested in watching something that's recorded. But when Punk mentions how he drove Hulk Hogan over the top rope, when he first mentioned Hogan's name, the fans booed, and that was just like, oh shit. It wasn't like Los Angeles, but when Punk said he'd throw him over the top rope and kick him out, fans cheered. He said he'd kill Hulkamania. Fans cheered like crazy. It's a bad sign for WWE. It's a bad sign. I wouldn't bring him out in San Antonio. I think it's going to be worse for Hogan. So you can't just make the political thing. People don't like him. They just don't like his personality. Again, political would have had a better reception here in Dallas, Texas. San Antonio will only be worse. So you had Damage Control against the Pure Fusion Collective. Pure Fusion Collective are people who I think are very close to being released, particularly Baszler and definitely Zoe Stark. DeVille might stay, but I can see those other two being released. It's a nothing team. So much talent coming from NXT. This whole thing was just a showcase for Io Sky, and I thought to myself, I like Dakota, wish she'd get more, but I love Io too. So when Io gets pushed, I'm thinking maybe she's going to get the Rumble because they made her look like a star. She was the MVP of the match, and she won. It makes you think maybe we're going to get it at WrestleMania, her winning the Rumble. He had a Rollins-Drew McIntyre video package. There was hyping up as a rematch from WrestleMania 40. I was not a huge fan of this. To me, it was just okay. Just an okay match to me. Nothing special. Seth wins with a roll-up after the match. Drew beats him up. He's ready to destroy Chef. He puts his head on the ring post, ready to do Claymore. Then Sammy comes. Sammy beats down Drew. Drew attacks Sammy. And then what happens right after that is Sammy is back in the ring with Drew and Seth's in the corner. Sammy goes for a haluva kick to hit Drew. Accidentally hits Seth. Drew walks out. Seth's laid out, and it builds up tension between Sammy and Seth. Hope we're not getting Sammy and Seth at WrestleMania, but they both need matches, so we'll see where we're going. More Triple H storytelling. So that was Raw. Not the best show, but considering the competition, they're not going to get competition like this for the rest of the year. I don't think, unless some major news story or something. When you have an inauguration for a president and you have media coverage all over it, then you have some people just don't feel like watching wrestling on the day. Then you also have a college football national championship game, and it's a big deal too. So a lot of competition. Felt like more of a filler show. Next week's going to be a big show, though. I think next week, I believe, is in Atlanta. It's going to be a bigger show.